It's time to talk about Pacific Drive again. Ever since the game's reveal last summer, I've been looking forward to seeing more from the devs at Ironwood Studios. The Steam and PlayStation Store pages have just gone live, so you can now wishlist this one to your heart's content. We've also gotten a new gameplay trailer, a PlayStation blog post, and some hands-off press previews. Now let's talk about the new gameplay because there's a lot to go over. If you're not familiar with Pacific Drive, this is a sci-fi survival driving game that has you exploring the mysterious and deadly Olympic exclusion zone in your trusty station wagon. But the further you go, the deadlier things get, so you'll have to upgrade your ride to ensure that you're equipped for whatever the zone throws at you. You'll do this by collecting scrap and resources as you explore these twisted landscapes and long-abandoned facilities. That's just a basic overview of the gameplay loop, but what I'm most interested in is the reason behind doing all this in the first place. Why is our character here, and more importantly, how do we get out? It all has to do with ARDA, the Advanced Resonance Development Agency. The experimental leftovers of this organization remain scattered across the walled-in zone, and finding answers won't be easy. In the new trailer, there's a narrator who walks us through Field Research Training Module 1, as it's called. They warn us that steel and rubber in particular are extremely susceptible to zone conditions, and remind us that petty theft is not condoned, but we are allowed to borrow from our surroundings in life-threatening situations. I really like the overall tone of this trailer, which shows that Pacific Drive is fast-paced, fun, and chaotic. We get warnings about the things we're not supposed to do, but everyone knows that life's no fun if you don't break the rules every now and then. So now that you know the basics, let's take a deeper look at the world itself and the strange anomalies we'll be facing. There are warped towers that arc out heavy bolts of electricity and underground hunks of metal ripping across the ground, shredding both earth and your tires. As you can imagine, things get even more crazy when you leave your car, with certain anomalies being able to steal it if you wander too far away. Since we are trying to navigate and escape this chaotic place, it'll be important to observe the different types of anomalies to better prepare ourselves when we face them again. Aside from these strange beings, you'll also have to keep an eye on the weather report. Zone storms rip across the map, reshaping the wilderness and doing massive damage to anyone who gets caught in them. Radiation is also something you'll generally want to avoid, but when a storm comes, you might not have any other options than to drive right through it. Don't stay for too long though, because it might just melt through your dashboard. As you chart the zone, each expedition brings you deeper and deeper behind the walls. Your journeys will take you across the challenging terrain of 5 different biomes, each one being home to different types of anomalies and its own unique resources and rewards. In order to progress through these different areas, you'll have to find a magic orb or anchor that teleports you back to your garage for a quick tune-up before heading out again. You'll also want to look for shortcuts in the earlier areas to help you jump back into the action more quickly. Of course, we'll need to be able to modify our car if we even want a chance of making it that far. These modifications include stronger doors and panels, a high-tech engine, racks for storing extra gear, controllable spotlights, and lightning rods to keep your battery charged even in the worst storms. As you're out exploring the zone, you'll come across experimental tech which you can use to create even more gadgets for your station wagon. Now I know all these modifications are supposed to be functional over anything else, but some of them do look pretty sick. All in all, I think this was a fantastic trailer, and it's definitely got me even more excited to try out Pacific Drive for myself sometime later in the year. For now though, I'll have to get back to playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 and pretend I'm gearing up to face the dangers of the Olympic exclusion zone. If you want to know more about some of the inspiration behind this game, then check this out.